morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. Appreciate y'all. 100%, 1,000,000%, all that good shit. I appreciate you all. For real. Alright, so today's video, we're going to talk about nutrition. And I recently asked on Instagram for questions that you guys have about nutrition. Shout out to my boy Brian. Dude is one of the main supporters of the channel and shares, and I appreciate you, bro. So in the beginning, hold on, that's a great question, by the way. So in the beginning, I didn't take any supplements at all, none whatsoever. I was actually scared. I remember James had some aminos. He's like, here, take some, just take a sip out of your water bottle and I'll put a scoop. And I was like, no, man, no, what's it gonna do? I was terrified of supplements, man. Like, I've heard of supplements, I've heard of the pre-workout and all this stuff, but I was just like, no, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. So what started off as drinking a bang while at the gym turned into trying aminos, then it turned into pre-workout, and then next thing you know, I'm buying supplements after supplements after supplements. Mainly take pre-workout and protein. Aminos I'll take when I'm sore. It helps with muscle recovery. At least they say it does, and then they say it doesn't. It could be a psychological, like a placebo effect. To me, I feel that it does help. I drink it at night, and then I sleep well, and I just feel like it helps with soreness, but who knows. But as far as protein, I started with flavored ones like the Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles. I started with like flavored protein, mix it in a shaker and drink. But recently I got into like vanilla and chocolate to where I can use them with the blender. I can use frozen fruits. I can add oats. Why do I pick the pre-workout? I do pick is it was bucked up in the beginning. I really like the flavor. And shout out to my folks at NutriShop, because there's where I got to try the bucked up, the other Ghost products, the other supplement brands I've got to sample from and see what I like. So there I went from bucked up, which is 200 milligrams a scoop, or 225, somewhere around there. And then I went to Woke and Bam, which is like 300, 330 around there per scoop. And then now that I'm a sponsored athlete with EPN, I do EPN pre-workout. I also have non-stim pre-workout, so that helps with focus and pump, get the blood flow. No caffeine. So if you're not into caffeine or you don't really want to take caffeine, there's also supplements out there that is just strictly mental, so you get focus and the blood flow, you get the pump. And those ones are pretty good. I do have one, it was FSU, and I mix it with my aminos, and I drink it while at the gym. I put them in a shaker cup with some ice, and I just let it sit there for the whole, I drink it gradually throughout my workout. So, yeah. Thanks for the question, Brian, man. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to my cousin Josh, who is killing it in the gym. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Biggest challenge was cutting back on food. And that's from eating seconds to overeating. All right, so it's not good to eat late at night and then go right to sleep. It's not like that. So that was the biggest challenge, was the food. Food will always be the biggest challenge. It's 80% of the weight loss journey. 80% nutrition, 20% working out, exercise. The biggest challenge, especially at the beginning, was cutting back on food, certain food, eating better. I do eat a lot better now, but I could definitely do more, and I will. Great question, cuz. Appreciate it. You're your only competition. Don't look at other people and compare. It's not a competition at all. It's just you. Be a better you. I mean, that's always going to be, it's tough. It's tough to go to the gym and be like, man, like I'm I want to look like that, or I want to get like that big, or I want to lift that much weight, or run that fast and stuff like that. But you got to worry about yourself. Understand there's going to be setbacks. Now, weight fluctuates. So one day you can weigh yourself, you could be this amount. The next day you could be 2 pounds less. 3 days later you could be up 2 more pounds, or down another pound, or half a pound. Weight fluctuates. Don't rely on the scale. Rely on how you feel. The scale is nice to have so you can see the numbers and you can keep that data, but don't obsess on the scale. I never obsessed on the scale. I would check it every day at the gym, or I would check it 3 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever. I would check, but I never obsessed on it because I know weight fluctuates, but it's always how you feel. More stamina. You can see muscle definition. You're stronger in general. So, yeah. So there are going to be setbacks, though. And another thing, cheat meals. Cheat meals are okay. But there's times where a cheat meal turns into a cheat day. It's a setback. We just got to bounce back from that. And it's possible. It happens to me all the time. I'm a foodie. Still am a foodie. Was a foodie. Still am a foodie. And another thing, weight loss doesn't happen. The rapid weight loss that people want. Oh, I need to lose 20 pounds. I need to lose 30 pounds or 50 pounds or whatever. It doesn't happen overnight. We didn't gain that weight overnight. It took years of bad eating, of lack of exercise. It took years. So don't expect to lose all that weight in a month or 2 weeks. You know, oh, I worked out really hard for 2 weeks, but you're still eating like shit. Well, you're not going to lose it as fast. You eat right, exercise, sleep is another one. You got to get sleep. I know in my 20s and early 30s, I'd go to bed at midnight. I'd be up at 4 or 5 a.m., 6 a.m. for work. Or even when I started going to the gym, I'd get up at like 3:30, 4 a.m. to go to the gym. But I was in bed at 11. So I was only getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Now it's like minimum 6 hours. Sleep helps with weight loss. Rest days are another one. I tell people, just because you have a rest day doesn't mean you can just lounge all day. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I do it, shit. But it's okay for rest days to go for a walk. 20-minute walk, 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk. Go outside, just go for a walk. There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah. So, understand there will be setbacks. Don't obsess on the scale. The only competition is yourself. Don't compare to other people. So, that's what the advice I'd give. Great question, cuz. Thank you. Devon, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the question. And I'm going to tell you, man, it is definitely nutrition. Abs are made in the kitchen. Portion control is another one. You know, they say if you look at a plate, like a circle plate, cut it down in half. One half should be veggies. The other half, you break that in half, and you have your protein and your brown rice, your sweet potato, your good carbs, whatever your carbs are for that meal. Boom, right then and there. As far as exercise, there's a lot of core exercises out there. I just demonstrated the crunch machine. It's not really the best machine for core, or the best exercise for core, but it's one of them, and there's plenty of them out there. Doing 1,000 crunches a day, or 100 crunches a day, 500 crunches a day, that won't get the best. It won't get the results you want if you're not eating correctly. So when it comes to stomach fat, and I have, man, my body fat percentage, it's a lot better than it used to be, but I need to get it down more, man. I'm so close to hitting the 20%, like getting into the 20s for body fat. You know, I'm like around 31, 32 to up to like 34% last time I checked. And it's nutrition, man. It's nutrition. Yeah, man. But that's a great question. That falls in line with Nutrition Week, man, because that's the biggest thing is the abs or stomach fat, like even like a little bit. Like I have a lot, but there's people out there with a little bit, man. I'm just like it's just stubborn in it's nutrition, man. It's nutrition, and then there's a lot of different exercises out there for core or for stomach fat. So I know one that we all probably hate doing, but planking is a good one. So great question. Thanks again, bro. I appreciate it. So this wraps up Nutrition Week. I hope the videos I dropped this week were helpful in any way. I'm not a professional in the field of nutrition. This is just based on like my experiences. Appreciate you all for showing mad love on the channel, the asking the questions. So shout out to Brian, shout out to my cousin Josh, shout out to my cousin Christina, and shout out to the homie Devon. Appreciate you all. Appreciate everyone that shows love on the channel. Thank you guys for the support, man. I really do appreciate it, man. Love y'all.